Hey, what's up everybody? It's Damron. I'm playing Elder Scrolls Online. In this video, we're going to cover the Venomous Evasion achievement, which is part of the Shadows of the Hiss DLC, specifically the Cradle of Shadows. This particular achievement tasks you with defeating Velidreth without any party member being hit by a Venomous Sac. So this is a pretty challenging achievement, but it's good because you don't have to do it on veteran difficulty, so you can actually do this on normal difficulty in the dungeon settings, which I highly recommend we doing that, because one of the things that we're going to do is only bring 2 people into the match. So you can see me and my buddy Brian in here. We basically duoed this dungeon to get to the end. The first thing that I want to show you is what the Venomous Sacs are. So you can see these blue balls kind of floating around. We're just running in them to show you what it looks like. They kind of explode on you, and they'll either do magic, health, or stamina damage to you. So just freeze it right here real quick also, because also you can notice that it hits you, but also pay attention to your status bar. You see the one that I've circled down here, that is the one that's going to be there if you've been hit by a Venomous Sac. And if either player has been hit, just say, okay, we need to reset. Because if you just continue and beat Velidreth, you will not get the achievement, and you will have to make your way all the way back to the end of this dungeon in order to try it again. So if either of you are hit, just go ahead and wipe. So let's go ahead and show you a full fight and how this kind of plays out. I'm not going to go over all the mechanics of Velidreth in this fight. I'll link that at the end. I do have a veteran dungeon guide for it. But essentially, throughout the fight, you're going to see these Venomous Sacs kind of floating around. And for this particular achievement, really, that's my entire focus. My damage on Velidreth is going to come, right? Especially on normal difficulty. I don't need to worry too much about that. I'm really zoomed my FOV out as much as possible, and I'm really just trying to keep my eyes on those Venomous Sacs. And as always, you're going to get banished to the catacombs twice during this fight. On normal difficulty, all of the openings are open, so you don't have to kind of find which doors are open. Just kind of look at your map and determine if you need to go north or south in order to get back into the actual area where you're fighting Velidreth. Remember, on veteran, some of these doorways will actually be closed. So again, another reason to just do this on normal. And if, like I recommend, you bring just you and one other person in here, ideally it's just, it's really good to have a healer and a DPS. That's all you really need. Okay, because you can just, on normal, you don't need a tank, and 2, you don't really need the extra DPS, because this particular fight is going to lock you out of just kind of DPSing her down, in the sense that it sends you into the catacombs, right? So it's better just to have a DPS and a healer, in my opinion, or have 2 people that can sustain their own health, and then you've got a little extra DPS. Really, that doesn't matter too much. Again, the DPS will come. The main thing that we're really focusing on throughout this fight is staying away from those Venomous Sacs. Now, I will, mention, and if you're going for this, you probably already know, but, they've been a lot blue in this match that I've been showing you, but again, they can be green or they can be red, and depending on the color of the Venomous Sac, that'll also be the color of the icon that shows up on your status bar. So the one I showed you earlier was blue, but you're gonna have that same symbol, except it'll be red or it'll be green if you get hit by those corresponding colors of Venomous Sacs. So we're coming back kind of to the end after our 2 banishments into the catacombs, and one of the things that you want to pay attention to is your ultimate. Okay, if you have an ultimate active, you need to try to use it as soon as possible, because Velidreth sucks you in to devour your ultimate, and that's the most dangerous time that you can get hit by the Venomous Sac, because she'll suck you in and you're just kind of standing there and you can't move, and one of the sacs come and hit you. So pay attention to your ultimates and try to just get rid of those as soon as possible. Also, whenever she does tell you to freeze and you can't move, it is good because the Venomous Sacs will also freeze, so those will not continue to move, putting you kind of in a crappy situation where you can't move or you're going to get insta-killed, but then you get hit by a Venomous Sac. So just be careful. So again, I'm kind of trying to just stay away from the Venomous Sacs. We knew that the damage would come over time, and if you have less people, ideally 2, then that's less people you have to worry about getting hit by them throughout the fight. So I hope you guys found this helpful, and I hope you nabbed this achievement, and hopefully I'll see you around.